What's going on, you guys? I'm just here making a video on the fly. Sorry if I'm a little in a rush, but the Oakland A's just lost another wild card game. It's just very expected at this point, and I mean, what can you do? You're not the ones playing out on the field. The A's laid another egg. 0 for 9 in winner-take-all games. You've probably seen that graphic somewhere on your website or on your TV, I'm sure. I mean, you kind of saw this coming. If you're looking at the last few games coming into this, and really the last 2 weeks, they weren't hitting. They were living and dying by the home run, and their record without home runs was not very good. Simple. Charlie Morton had guys on base. He made sure not to give up the big pitch. The only run scored, of course, on an error and a fly ball. So really, that's 0 runs that you actually scored tonight, when you think about it. Yeah, Sean Manaea. It's easy to blame Sean Manaea in the start of the game, and yeah, Manaea did not have it. I'm not really too much to debate the Fires versus Manaea debate. I understand you could play the hindsight card all you want, but once again, that's also not a Bob Melvin decision. That's a Billy Beane, somebody upstairs decision, whoever made the call to start Manaea. So do not point the finger at Bob Melvin. That being said, Bob Melvin, I don't think this game was on him. There's a lot of things I don't like about him, but this was not his fault. This players did not execute. Pitches were hung up, the Rays were hitting home runs, and the A's did not. It's that simple. I mean, it is funny. The Rays were playing a lot like how the A's did this year, was hitting the long ball, and then they would try to pitch their ways to wins. But whatever the A's have done when they've built this teams is that they look good for 162 games, only to fall short into the playoffs. It's the norm. The monkey is still on this team's back, and you can't use the ownership or the payroll as an excuse because the Rays have a lower payroll than Oakland does. So, you know, props to the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm not really going to – I mean, this is not really crow. I didn't say they're going to win or lose. So, but the Rays were the better team. They kicked ass tonight, and I don't really hate Tampa for the way they're run. I mean, they got a low payroll just like us. So, props to them. They showed up. The A's did not show up. And really, it just looks like they look defeated out there. You're in front of 50,000-plus fans, and, you know, once again, they lay an egg on the big stage. That's been the norm as an A's fan. It's just coming up short when it matters. One hit, one bad play, or in this case, just fold like a cheap suit. I mean, it's like as if Justin Verlander was pitching tonight. That's all it is. We've seen this story before, guys. I don't know. People can say this future's bright, you got pieces. I don't buy that. I've been hearing those words, the future is bright, for all these teams. Whether it's the Raiders, I can say that for other, like the Sharks. I mean, okay, maybe the Sharks have been contending for a while, but the Raiders, I've been hearing this future is bright nonsense for 20 years. There's got to be that time you can win a game, all or nothing, not go 0-9 in that category. That's the most disturbing category of all. Like even some bad teams have won a game like the Pittsburgh Pirates. They've won a game like this. The A's have not. They haven't done it since the 1973 World Series. And they're 1-15 when they can eliminate an opponent in the postseason since 2000. So, yay us. This team continues to come up short when they need it the most. Does it suck? Yeah. Am I over this? It's going to take a while because this team is over. The over has not ended. This was not the year to win it all, okay? I'll be real. Most people said the A's would have lost to the Astros anyway. But to get over that hump, that issue of this team not coming through when it matters in an all-or-nothing game, it's tiring. It's tiresome. You're just used to it. And that's all I think about is how this team's going to fail and come up short. That was my mindset coming into the day. I wasn't even excited. It's more about being nervous if they're going to make this futility even longer, which it is. So, yeah, I'm not going to throw any individuals under the bus, but I will say Jurickson Profar, I don't want to see him back. Second base is such a void. I mean, when he was up with the bases loaded, he was terrible all year. Just to see him in the lineup and Chris Davis struggling, it's awful. Chris Davis was given a contract extension and he struggles after it. Nothing goes right. We just can't have nice things in Oakland. It's the norm. And now, of course, the politicians might be kicking the A's out of Oakland. Who knows what's going to happen there? So, who knows what's happening? This team has a 3-year window. Straight up. Matt Chapman, Matt Olson, they got 3 years left. And then they're going to be gone. They're going to probably get traded. They got 1 year of control after that, and they're going to get traded most likely. And then this team has to restart, go back to square one, and so on. So, yeah, you got your future at the pitching position on paper. But can this team ever get it done in a postseason game? I mean, if you're 0 for 9, you should be able to win one of those 9 games just on paper from 2000 all the way to now. But no, 20 years of nonsense. That's all I've seen is 20 years of nonsense. I'm obviously not going to stop being a fan and so on, but this team continues is why I don't get excited for games like I used to. It's just, you expect this to happen, and it's the end of the day. They're 0 for 9 when it matters most. We'll see what happens, guys. That home run dependency, especially in that last couple weeks of the season, I wasn't impressed. Bullpen wasn't really good either, but yeah, I hope Ryan Christensen's not taking a job elsewhere. I hope they promote him from within, but who knows? Who knows? We'll see you guys later. Let me know what y'all thought of this game.